Now let's do it from the right. We can think about that. Colts. Number one, down the 16.
All right, good evening, everybody. We are about to kick off in Citra, where your Williston Red Devil varsity football team will take on the North Marion Colts. If you're familiar from some of the matchups that used to happen back in the day between Willis and North Marion, you know that there was formerly some bad blood that would get shed on these fields between the two of them. But we haven't played these guys in a while, if I remember correctly. So let's see how this one turns out tonight. Williston is coming off a string of victories, whereas North Marion is not. However, they started out the year strong. They've got some common opponents that they've done well against, and we'll see how this one shakes out tonight. Williston is very much a different offensive philosophy than North Marion is right now. North Marion likes to throw the ball and spread it out, whereas you're going to see our wing T and single wing really try to ground and pound and give some play action opportunities to Jazikov to catch them napping once they want to try to stop the run. A little bit of conversation happening at midfield to see about the results of the coin toss. Williston has won the toss and deferred their choice to the second half. And the Red Devils take the field. Tonight we're taking the field with a 4-2 record, with our losses being one score games to Chiefland and to Eastside. This team has improved greatly since our opening week loss against Chiefland. The game against Eastside was a ugly contest at Citizens Field that will hopefully look even better if Eastside turns around and wins another district championship. Williston's coming off of two straight victories, though, of 30 points or more after beating Trinity Catholic 38-7 and Bellevue 36-6 in the previous weeks. We were supposed to have a game against Hardy County, but that one was unfortunately canceled due to Hurricane Milton. North Marion comes into this contest with a record of 3-4. However, that is coming off of three straight losses to South Sumter, Vanguard, and Denellen, where they have been outscored by at least 24 points in each of those three contests, while losing 42-0 last week against Denellen. This is the first home game for North Marion since August. So if they're going to try to get right, they're going to try to get right at home. But they got a tough test to try to get right against right here with the Red Devils. If you're watching on the vertical stream on your phone on a small screen, welcome. We're glad you could join us. Wanted to try to make sure everybody had a chance to watch this game, whatever your format. But if you're on the big screen, welcome as well. Trying to bring you a couple different formats so that way, if you're a Williston sports fan, you can have access to Williston sports year round. If you like what we're bringing you tonight, please make sure to like and subscribe so that way the YouTube algorithm can help other nearby football fans with finding us. And your kickoff goes deep back into the end zone, where North Marion will get the ball on their 20 to start after a touchback. All right, North Marion is out in the spread. Shotgun snap, handoff, goes to the left side for a loss of about a yard, yard and a half. We'll just call it a yard, 2nd and 11. Let's get the right number of timeouts on the board. Oh, the Red Devils have either recovered for a touchdown or a safety, but the ball's got knocked back. North Marion tries to run the ball quickly, and Williston takes over possession. Williston runs up to the line, wing to the right, handoff to the right, and a touchdown on our first offensive play of the game. Gets us 6 points. Williston takes it in. Well, the Red Devils have started off strong, boys. And the kick is up and good. Gage puts us up to full 7 with less than a minute off the clock in the first quarter. Williston is already up 7-0. Oh, wind is definitely blowing here tonight in Citra. Wouldn't be surprised if Gage tries to put this one through the uprights with the way the wind is blowing. Ball bounces through the end zone for another Red Devil touchback. Colts line up with trips to the right and a running back to the right of the quarterback. Drops back, tries to throw a screen in the middle of the field, but running back had fallen down, and I don't know if they ruled him complete or incomplete. Looks like it's an incomplete pass. Well, probably going to need to switch out. Steps up in the pocket and completes the pass. North Marion picks up their first down of the evening. Pass is complete for about 25 yards. Finds them on a nice post route, or excuse me, flag route. Same formation, trips to the right, running back to the right. Tries to throw a little out route here down to the our side of the field. Flag on the play. We're looking for the call. It's roughing the passer. So the Colts are going to get some free yardage and a free set of downs where they come to the ball ready to run. Trips to the right with a running back set to the left, and they've stretched this out so far. It looks like they want to try to spread out the front seven to get a run lane. Wouldn't be surprised to see a zone read. Oh, and then we got a false start. So it's going to back them up 5 and remain first down. Okay. Trips to the right, running back offset to the left. Pass incomplete on a quick in route to the short side of the field here. We're looking at 2nd and 15 for the Red Devil defense. In trouble with the wind and the tripod setup here. Timeout on the field called by the Colts. We're going to try to do a quick little tripod change as well, just in case you're wondering what the setup action is over here. Mainly because I don't want you thinking something has happened and we got a little bit of earthquake or something going on here in Citra. Well, I know we're just starting up a broadcast and we're learning a lot of lessons. And one of the lessons we've learned is in windy conditions, use the other tripod. Flag on the play is going to back them up another 5 yards, where the Colts are going to face 2nd and 20. Got a screen pass attempted to the near side of the field, and it falls incomplete where it's going to be 3rd and 20 for the Red Devil defense. Jet motion to the left of the formation. Looks like they're trying to set up a tunnel screen, and it's honestly a good thing that was not completed because they had something in the middle of our defense there. But luckily for us, execution is part of the game, and that execution was not enough to try to pick up the first down. North Marion sends in the punt unit in an attempt to try to pin the Williston offense deep, who has been on the field for one play so far. Punt comes out of bounds. He gets it down inside the 20. Referees are spotting it at the 18. The Red Devil offense will attempt to move 82 yards on their first drive. The Colts offense was on the field for what seemed like a good number of plays, but due to the nature of their offense, it's only 10 minutes and 13 seconds left on the first quarter. So I think Williston is probably going to be up on the time of possession after this. But we got Jazikoff on a rollout to the left who completes the pass, picks up the first down, but the fumble goes straight up in the air where the Red Devils recover. Oh, no. They're saying the Colts have recovered. It looked like it went right into the hands of a Red Devil football player, but everybody's switching it out. So the Red Devils have the distinction of having two offensive plays and having one touchdown and one turnover. And with 10 minutes and 1 second left, the Colts are taking their third possession. A little bit of a high snap, and the Red Devils are going to wrap him up. Oh, he manages to get the pass out complete, but it's still going to be a loss of 7 yards. It will be second down and 17. Colts attempting to throw the ball right into this wind. It's a hard way to start off the game, but so far they're trying to do it. And again, the run play is stopped behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage is what they're going to give them credit for. So third down and long. Colts come back up to the line quickly. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to do that jet motion tunnel screen again. Oh, no, they're going to do a jet sweep. Number 16 turns the corner, and he might have enough for the first down. Judging from this referee, he is just at the mark to gain. So the jet sweep goes for 17 yards. North Marion's trying to snap the ball again quickly. Hands the ball off the middle. Inside zone goes for a gain of 2. Second down and 8. And less than a minute has burnt off the clock since the Colts took over possession. I think they're on about their 14th offensive play. Drops back to pass and completes to the flat on the right side. Gets another first down. It's going to be first and goal. Timeout on the field as the Colts have first and goal from the 9-yard line. All right, Colts come out of the timeout in the shotgun formation, orbit motion with a swing pass to the left. They should try to pick that up. That looked like it was a little bit behind, but the refs disagree. You don't see a lot of orbit motion in high school football. That's an interesting take. Oh my gosh, the wind is blowing everything everywhere, guys. Colts burn another timeout with 2 timeouts taken with less than 4 minutes off the clock in the first quarter. But it's an important possession for them. They're attempting to try to even up the score. It's a nice night tonight in Citra. Windy, but cool and comfortable. If you're one of the Williston fans who made the trek, and we've pretty much packed our side of the stadium more so than the home team right now, which is an interesting take. Shotgun snap. And he somehow got that pass out for a Colt touchdown into the middle of the field. It looked like he managed to throw that pass right as it was coming out and also gets the roughing the passer call. We'll see if the roughing the passer penalty on the touchdown is handled a little bit differently than the penalty in Zephyr Hills on a touchdown. Colts are lining up for the extra point. The Red Devils have still only had 2 offensive plays this evening. Snap is high. Kicker's going to attempt to take it in himself, but he's going to be tackled at about the 10-yard line. So the Colts will still be down by 1. Your score is 7-6. Williston over North Marion. North Marion has had 3 offensive possessions in the first 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the ball game. Williston is about to take their third offensive possession and hopefully will run more than one offensive play. The penalty is being enforced on the kickoff from the roughing the passer penalty. So North Marion will be kicking off from, it's like midfield. Got a whistle before the kickoff. Trying to look for an indication of what the whistle is about. Put a little clock update on there for you. All right, they're going to reset the special teams units for both teams. And let's see if we can get this kickoff off. And we've got a little pooch kick where Williston will fall on it in order to secure possession just outside the 20-yard line. Williston runs the wing T with the wing to the right, buck sweep to the right. Attempts to find a hole, but is stopped after a short gain. Positive yardage made, though, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Red Devil offensive unit. Wing to the right, split in to the left. Oh, looks like Jazzikoff getting the offensive unit set on the wing to the left, and we're going to have a short gain up the middle on the dive. Looks like they were trying to let Bryson have the buck sweep to the left, but maybe that's something the Williston offensive coaching staff has also seen there. Colts are so far playing the defense tough in the middle of the defensive line unit here. Williston hands off the counter to Bryson, so they were looking at that left side, and he picks up about 10 yards to get a Williston Red Devil first down. Chains move. Clock stops temporarily for those chains to move, and it starts ticking off again, where I think now we have actually matched the offensive time of possession somehow. Wing to the right, handoff to the left on what looked like a blast. Picks up 4.5 yards, going to be 2nd and 6. Red Devils approach the line and pack the box with a wing to the left and split backs, trying to get extra blockers at the point of the attack. And we got some boys finishing blocks through the echo of the whistle. Helps pick up another 3 yards. We're looking at 3rd and 3 from just shy of the 45-yard line. All of the little yardage markers have been knocked down and thrown around the sideline there. So without any yardage markers on the field, it's a little bit difficult here. But the wing to the left, pitch to the left, sweep left is stopped in the backfield. Williston's going to have to bring out the punting unit on 4th and long, where they lose the previous yardage gained. Williston's lined up in a tight punt formation. Play is stopped before the actual snap and the kick. Delay of game is the penalty enforced. And another whistle is blown. And the officials are going to take a timeout for water break. They missed it at the 6-minute mark, but they made sure to catch up to it. So with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter, we have an official timeout for water break. In the meantime, let's see if we can't check on some other scores from around the area. Why I say that, but that was a nice short water break, so we'll try that a little bit later. If you're in the chat and you have some updates online, feel free to share them with the rest of the viewing audience. Snap is back. Kick looks like it got deflected. It's a short kick. Looks like it was partially blocked for a kick of only about 11 to 12 yards on the punt, far off of his regular punting average. So after being the beneficiary of a turnover and a touchdown early, the Red Devils have now had a turnover, a touchdown, and a partially blocked punt go against them. Colts have lined back up in the spread with trips to the right, running back offset to the right. And they're going to try to throw a little quick game to the short side of the field. We've seen them do that multiple times already. This happy the other tripod likes the wind a little bit more, but I'm sure the Colt offense does not like the wind right now. That is a backwards pass, it looked like, where, yes, they're marking off the yardage. It's going to be a loss of 3.5. Actually, let's call it 4 yards for 3rd and 14. This looks like the Colts are having a hard time spinning the ball into the wind. It takes a lot of technique and arm strength to cut one through a wind like this. I'd say we're blowing it about 25 yards into their face. Quarterback rolls out and almost gets a first down on 3rd and long on a pretty good looking scramble. We're looking at 4th and 2, and the Colts have immediately made the decision to leave the offense on the field. Would not be surprised if that was exactly what I was about to say, if they go with hard count and try to get the first down the easy way. They just beat me to the punch. Little jet motion to the left. Ooh. And a pretty good hit after a gain of 4. Actually, let's call it 5. That may be 4. 2nd down and 6. We've got trips to the short side of the field and a running back set to this short side of the field as well. And we're looking at a handoff on a little bit of a busted play, maybe, where they tried to pull 2 offensive linemen and somebody forgot to block the other interior linemen that were uncovered from the pull. So they give them credit back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to be 3rd down and 6 with twin receivers stacked to both sides and a running back in the pistol. Running back takes the handoff, but is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Actually, give him a short gain of 1. It's going to be 4th down and 5. Oh, the wind's really gusting now. Definitely not going to help their attempts to try to throw the ball out of the spread. That hand signal is dangerously close to timeout. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Colts get the ball off, and the confusion on we're going to get another roughing the passer penalty to extend the drive, another set of downs. I think that's roughing the passer penalty number 4 to be called on the Red Devils in the first quarter. At some point, it's going to look like you just can't touch the QB this game. And if that's the case, it makes a pass rush a moot point. All right, twin receivers to both sides of the formation. And I'm surprised there wasn't another roughing the passer penalty called since he managed to get it out, with only about a tenth of a second between the throw and the hit. That was plenty of time for a roughing the passer penalty to be assessed against the Red Devils. But the Colts screen game right now is trying to get their poor QB killed. All right, run up the middle is stopped right off the bat. I'm sure they're going to ask for another penalty of he got tackled too hard. But luckily, it was a run play because the quarterback trying to do QB run game probably would have got the roughing the passing penalty in the run game anyway, right? The Colts have taken their last timeout of the first half. Let's get a little clock update where it is 1 minute and 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter. All right, we're back in action with a jet touch pass. Somebody's been playing CFB 25. However, unlike CFB 25, that play is not cheesing it, and it is going to be a loss of 4, where the Colts are going to face 4th and 20, where they're looking at really their two options are first down or touchdown for positivity for them. The Red Devils just have to keep it to a gain of less than 20, and they'll take over on downs. They're going to spread it out 5 wide. Drops back to pass, and it's broken up over the middle of the field. Red Devils will take over on down. Tim the Toolman Taylor managed to pull up just enough to make sure not to get the roughing the passer penalty called against the Red Devils, and they will hold their water to turn the ball over on downs. Red Devils hustle to the line with a wing to the right, split into the left, and hand the ball off up the middle. Get a short gain. They're probably going to get one more snap off before the end of the first quarter. Williston comes out in the same formation, same look, gives the ball to Bryson on the counter, and he is going to be half a yard short of the first down for the end of the first quarter, where the Red Devils lead 7-6 over the Colts of North Marion. All right, based on that, let's take a look at some of the other scores from around the area. Thankfully, Mr. Jackson is posting updates in the North Central Florida Prep Football Group. It says that right now, Dunellen is up over Wildwood 20-7. Hawthorne has traveled now to IMG White and taken a 7-0 lead. Osceola Christian is beating Bell 7-0. The Bradford Tornadoes are coming off of a defeat to the Newberry Panthers and are trying to get right to the tune of 28-0 over Leon. Palatka is currently up 14-0 over Crescent City. Let's get the feed back up here. And the Red Devils have gone to single wing football to show the Colts what it's like to play some good hard nosed football. If you're watching at home, if you're watching on your phone out and about, we appreciate you joining us, especially because I just got a note from my kids saying they were watching the broadcast right now, so they get to see some good, tough, hard-nosed Red Devil football out of the single wing again. And after a pickup of 5 yards, I have a feeling the Red Devils are just going to line up and do it again. Nope, we got Jazikov coming in from the sideline. So we're probably going to get some version of the wing or split backs. We've got a wing to the short side of the field, a split into the short side of the field, and a handoff to the left side of the line where Bryson gets a gain of 4. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Oh, fumble on the play. This looks like the snap never fully completed, so it's going to be 4th down and short from midfield. But the Devils are going to make a decision. It looks like the offense is going back out on the field. Coach Pruitt saying you don't get the 400 wins without taking a few chances here and there. Come up to the line with split backs, a wing to the right. Looks like the hard count didn't work there, but the handoff going to the right side is going to be close, but it's going to be short of the line to gain, and the Red Devils will get turned over on downs where the Colts will instead take over right at midfield. All right, let's get an update on the clock and an update on the other information here. And the Colts are ready to go, and the Red Devils have jumped off sides. Handoff to the left side of the line, goes for a big gain. Looked a little bit like Dart. Well, we've got trips to the wide side of the field facing us. Drops back to pass, and Tim Taylor is going to get himself a sack. His helmet comes off, and he's going to have to get a one play breather because of the helmet coming off the field. We're looking at 2nd and 17. Another screen is knocked down in the backfield. We're looking at third and 17. Defensive line is really adjusting to the spread game of North Marion, and they're trying to throw all sorts of looks at us. We've had tunnel screens, we've had all sorts of screens, all sorts of throw game trying to throw out there, and now they've gotten a little bit more creative in their shotgun run game. But on third and 17, let's see what they bring. And right out of the Billy Napier playbook of screen on third and 17. But it at least picks up 7 and gives them fourth and 10. I don't know what kind of decision they have there with that at this part of the field. But the way they've been getting rough in the passer penalties, I'd say drop back and see if you can get another one. All right, fourth down snap. And he's going to be sacked again by Tim Taylor, who is just going to declare a homestead exemption in the Colts backfield after his residency there this evening. Sack will force a turnover on downs. And maybe the Williston Red Devil offense can take some momentum out of this and get their offense rolling. Honestly, I'd go back to the last drive where we had the success on the single wing and just try to show them we're tougher right now. Nice little counter play, but it only goes for a gain of 1. Vazikov rolls out to the right, or to the left, excuse me, and throws a pass that is just out of the reach of his intended receiver. We're looking at third and long. Out of the right read. This It's hard for a QB to throw away from his body like that on a bootleg to the left. Holy smokes, the wind just tried to blow us over here. And it just literally tried to pick up the table even with all the equipment on it. It's blowing so hard. We somehow just got a delay a game penalty called. I was not keeping an eye on the clock reset, but Coach Pruitt's telling him just, you know what play to run up the line and go do it. And somehow we have another penalty. It's called a false start for a backup of another 5. This is feeling eerily similar to the East Side game. We're looking at third and 20 all of a sudden. And our screen is completed. We are actually going to get the benefit of one of the rough in the passer calls, but it was a very late hit on Mr. Jazikoff, who looks like he's a little slow to get up from it. But he's trying to tough it out to lead the team here. Should be looking at an automatic first down, even though the yardage wouldn't give us the amount needed for the first down. Refs have asked for a reset of the chains for the first down. Gain of 3 on the first down carry. We're looking at 2nd and 7 for the Red Devil offense with 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We're not having much success running against the interior defensive line right now, but a short gain brings up 3rd and 6. A little confusion along the O line as they're getting set right now. Dazkov has 2 backs in the backfield with him to his right. Pass falls incomplete though. It's 4th down, and the Red Devils are sending in the punt unit. I would honestly take a look at the Williston offense going back to single wing in the next offensive series. Late addition on, and the punt is partially blocked again. And this is something you don't see that often, but off of the partial block, the ball landed at just about the original line to gain for the first down, took a North Marion bounce. The Colts special teamer picked the ball up off the bounce because the Red Devil special teams unit had already been going down for the punt, had almost nobody in front of him for the punt return touchdown. The Colts are now up 12-7. Pending the kick of the extra point. The extra point is no good. With 5 minutes 44 seconds remaining in the first half. The Colts have now gone up 12-7 on the Red Devils. And we've got another whistle and another flag. Colts are going to have to back it up 5 and kick it again. I think it's picked up, crosses the field, but is stopped after a short gain. And we're going to have an official timeout for water break. Water sounds like a great idea. Red Devil offense opens up a pretty big hole, and fortunately, the Turf Monster strikes us. Trips up what looks like it was about to be a big game. And the Red Devils are just issued a sideline warning. And the Colts are going to get a scoop and score on a strip of the Red Devil ball carrier. But for a game that started out on a positive note, it sure is turning sour fast. The Red Devils just seem to not be able to execute on offense right now in the first half, anywhere near the level of offensive execution that they're used to, which besides some mental errors on their part is also due to good execution and play by the Colts part. The Colts are going to go for 2, chasing some of the points after a couple of extra points missed. And they're going to go Wildcat, and they're pretty much going to walk in. So 2-point conversion is successful for the Colts. The lead is now 13 points with a score of 20-7. Short little pooch kick is fielded by the Red Devils, covered up, and we will take over possession at about the 35-yard line. Handoff up the middle is stuffed by the Colts, but not after a short gain. Got another 2.5 yards. We've got a big run brewing right here, boys. Oh, after a big gain is going to be called back by another penalty. Jazikoff drops back to pass. That's a pass interference penalty that's not called. Marion Walker was running for the wheel route, gets completely buried by the defensive back, and nothing is called. Colts take over on offense. Empty backfield, shotgun snap. Quarterback is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Screen game falls incomplete to the right-hand side of the formation. Colts have 3rd and long. Something we've said quite often tonight already. Jet sweep touch pass goes for a big gain this time. I see a flag fly in. penalty is against the Colts. Still backed up on 3rd and long after the penalty is assessed. Shotgun snap. Pass is incomplete. Great coverage by the Red Devil defensive back. It's 4th and long from the Red Devil side of the football field, and even on 4th and long, the Colts have been going for it. As long as they're across midfield, they think they've got a shot at it. And that seems to be the case again. When you lose the previous week 42 to nothing, you just come out and you get as aggressive as possible. And Tim Taylor manages to bring him down as he's getting rid of the ball. And another turnover on downs for the Red Devil defense, who seems to be playing a lot better than the Red Devil offense this game. With less than 3 minutes remaining. In fact, it's exactly 2 minutes, 37 seconds. The Red Devils will take over possession, down 13 points, looking to close the gap before the end of the first half. And another flag is thrown, but this time it's offsides against the Colts. 1st and 5. Gazkov's pass falls incomplete. Looking to the right flat. Gazkov takes his shotgun snap, stack receivers down to the left-hand side, and the pass is complete, but short of the first down. We're looking at 3rd and 1. Gazkov completes the pass into the middle of the defense. Good enough for the first down. Gazkov looks to the middle of the field again, but he's going to be sacked for a loss of at least 5. Time's ticking off the clock on the Red Devils' chances in the first half to draw a little bit closer. We're at 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining. 25 seconds on the play clock. And the Red Devils taking a huddle. Second and 16. And this time the pass interference is called. Decent bit of face guarding there. Appreciate you, man. Good. You good. Pass interference called against the North Marion Colts. The yardage is not good enough for the first down. Second and 1. Clock is running with 38 seconds remaining. Jazikov gets the first down, so we're going to have the clock stop while the chains get reset. Clock is running as the chains are not set, but the ball is set for play. Interesting approach there by the officials. Jazikov takes the snap, and he is going to be sacked. Oh, he gets away and throws an interception. Yes, it's an interception with 5.6 seconds remaining in the first half. Narrowly escapes the sack, rolls out of the pocket, and throws an interception. Colts take a knee to end the first half in a shocking turn of events. The Red Devils are down 13 going into halftime by a score of 20-7. Not quite sure what you even point to in an effort to improve the game for the Red Devils.
This is good enough. You're not going to fix it, but they prove great idea to the right. This is a we actually got behind on that work to go here. That is one thing that the states will be. States in the difference. They come on. Actually, thank you. Yeah.
All right, and scores around the area. Just now, an update shows that Mayo is beating Trenton 28-0. And a shocking score, Florida High is currently beating Madison County 17-7. Newberry is currently beating Fort White 14-3. Union County is up on Ocala Trinity Catholic 18-0. Eastside is up over Sandalwood 14-0. At the end of the first quarter, the Chiefland Indians were beating Keystone 20-0. That seems to be the most recent updates shared from around the area. Let's see if we can't tune in to the Hornet Sports Network to get an update on Hawthorne. Seeing an update of 13-0 for Hawthorne, but I'm not seeing a live feed currently. While that's happening, let's get a little update from the marching bands. All right, just a quick halftime check-in while we're up here freezing in the cold and wind. 7.5 minutes left on the halftime clock. Give you another check-in when it's getting close to start the second half. All right, everybody, as you see on the clock on the scoreboard, the initial 17-minute halftime period is over. We're about to see a small warm-up period for both teams added to the clock. Not a 30-minute period, but small period. See if we got any other score updates from around high school football. Mayo is still up 28-0 on Trenton. The most recent update for the East Side game is that they are up 14-7 over Sandalwood. As of 10 minutes ago, Union County was up 24-0 over Ocala Trinity Catholic. As of a few minutes ago as well, the score in Bell is 13-7, with also a Christian being on the top of that. Around 15 minutes ago, there was an update out of the villages where Cocoa has gone up 34-0. And a few minutes ago, it was still 20-0 Chiefland over Keystone Heights. Okay, I got a feed coming in from IMG White where the Ascenders are still down 13-0 to the Hawthorne Hornets. Red Devil faithful welcomes the team back to the sideline as they're getting set up to start the second half of play. All right, football fans, if you're watching at home, please make sure to hit the like button on the YouTube video as it will help other area football fans see that they can see the Williston Red Devils in action, but also other Williston sports. Tuesday, we are going to be broadcasting from Lake City Middle School, where the middle school version of the Williston Red Devils are going to be playing for a conference championship. So tune in Tuesday for some conference championship football with the Williston Middle School Red Devils. Also, if you're a high school sports fan, a Williston sports fan, a Williston Red Devil varsity football fan, or just a fan of supporting random YouTube channels, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and also hit that bell notification to know when we go live for our sports broadcast events. North Marion is set to start the second half with the opening kickoff, where they will pooch it, and Bryson corrals it, falls on it, and gives Red Devils the possession to start the second half. Big hit to start the second half as a Red Devil ball carrier is stopped